What drives our use of gay dating and hookup apps? The answer is the dopamine economy. What is the dopamine economy? Let's take a look. Dating and hookup apps have a gamified design. By this, I mean they positively reinforce our continued use of them. When someone sends us a message, we are treated to an instant notification. This gives us a quick hit of feel-good brain chemicals. Feeling lonely? Post a torso shot and wait for the messages to come flooding in. On these apps, we quickly learn that if we want to keep getting our fix, we have to market ourselves as a commodity. If we want to be acknowledged, we have no choice but to present ourselves as an ingredient in a stranger's fantasy. But given how these apps reduce us to just one more face in a sea of faces, we must take any chance we can to stand out. The danger of engaging with the dopamine economy is we may decide to trade real-life connections for app-based instant gratification. Swapping sexual messages with multiple people, often at the same time, can be fun. Why? Because it offers plenty of rewards with none of the effort or consequences of real-life interactions. The more dependent we are on getting our fix, the more focused we become on winning. So much so that we may develop a process addiction. Feeding our need to win requires that we be mercenary, treating our chat partners as a means to an end. It's possible that we may come to the app with a genuine intention of finding a romantic or sexual partner. But with so many options on hand, we may feel forced to screen them based on shopping lists of attributes. As we reject others based on whether they measure up to these lists, we in turn are rejected by others with lists of their own. In order to protect ourselves, we learn to stop making genuine approaches and slip into automatic small talk. Our conversations thus become the rapid relay of stockbrokers. We're like gamblers at slot machines, cranking a human lever in our pursuit of excitement and relief. Round and round in circles we go, trading monosyllables, prompting our chat partners for information, and assessing them for compatibility. We list requirements and apply filters as if this will somehow shield us, not against failed connection, but suboptimal pleasure. What we end up doing is swapping connection for selection, and so vulnerability dies a quiet death. To summarize, dating and hookup apps ask us to commodify ourselves, while opening ourselves up to scrutiny, judgment, and rejection. We may try to reduce rejection by designing our profile to be as appealing as possible. We play it cool, we play it sexy, but we don't play our more complicated and nuanced selves. But when we hide our authentic selves, we refuse to be vulnerable. And connection can't exist without vulnerability. And of course, vulnerability isn't possible so long as we are in a place where we are treated as mere commodities. The challenge of being objectified in this fashion is that it teaches us to link our sense of self-worth to our desirability. And in the gay world, being desirable often means fitting select criteria. For example, having perfect cheekbones, a chiseled jawline, and an athletic, muscular build. Even supposing one has the right genes to begin with, creating a picture-perfect physique requires significant effort and time. But this ideal image is problematic, in that it falls in line with a very toxic idea of what it means to be masculine. It sets the bar impossibly high, and it depicts anyone who fails to reach it as less than. All of us want to feel included and accepted. But before we can get there, we need to accept ourselves first. True acceptance comes when we stop allowing ourselves to be commodified for the sake of being seen and treated as worthy. If you enjoyed this video, check out my blog post or any of the other links listed below, and please remember to like, hit the bell icon, and subscribe.